4 9/1s and a 12/3, all with trample. By golly, that is not very nice, HGG. Yeah. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thanks for taking the time to support the channel. Make sure to like the video before anything, it really does help. And of course, subscribe because you could win a complete rare playset at 35,000 subscribers. So sub yourself if you're not already and tell a friend because we could hit that overnight, right? You guys could Thanos snap my bank account if you wanted, totally up to you. Today we'll be playing with an Aztec Curse. This is a Golgari treasure skeleton deck, which is pretty cool. Throwbacks to Pirates of the Caribbean, say what? I should actually rewatch that. And this is a fairly powerful deck and an incredibly fun deck, which is nice to see. We're competing within, 97% Mythic, just kind of hanging out in Jankland, having fun with the new cards, right? Experimenting without too much, worry about our rank. Today's video is going to break down the deck, talk about the strategies, synergies, showcase our gameplay footage, and then we'll break down our final thoughts and deck review after that. So again, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the Linktree link if you're looking for any additional information or possibly ways to support the channel. Let's get into it. All right, the Aztec Curse is a 60 card best of 1 3.0 average mana value deck with 28 non-creatures and only 8 creatures, 24 land to support the fairly mediocre curve here of 3.0. We have a snow-based deck utilizing Faceless Haven. That's the only snow permanent that we have here, and we do this because it is a skeleton-based deck, and the Faceless Haven, of course, will be a skeleton as long as it's a creature, which is really cool. And then, talking about the skeletons, we're using Skeletal Swarm for 5 mana as an enchantment. Each skeleton you control has trample, attacks each combat if able, and gets +X+0, where X is the number of other skeletons you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If a creature died this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead, right? So this is very cool. It's a way for us to generate creatures every single turn. We can also generate mana every single turn, by ramping into the swarm, and then the ability through the Prosperous Innkeeper for 2 mana, a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, right? Now this is the dead man's chest that we see in the token. You can utilize that to ramp into the Skeletal Swarming, and then whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever the Skeletal Swarm triggers, you're going to gain life, which is really cool. The Prosperous Innkeeper is non-legendary. You can stack it. You can also stack the Skeleton Swarm. That's our main objective in the deck. It will provide us with massive attackers with trample and enough life to survive until the end of the game, which we can deal damage, right? So that's great. We can also ramp into the Skeletal Swarming with a Shambling Ghast, 1/1 for 1. Whenever it dies, you can have another target creature an opponent controls get -1/-1 until the end of turn, or create another treasure, which is really cool. And then we'll be sacrificing the Ghast with the Deadly Dispute on turn 2 at instant speed. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice either an artifact or a creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token, right? So we're sacking the Ghast, we're creating a treasure from the Ghast, we're creating a treasure from the Dispute, and we're drawing 2 cards, so that's absolutely amazing. And that sets us up for a turn 3 Skeletal Swarming, right? Because we have 1 land turn 1, 2 land turn 2, and then on turn 3 we have 3 land, plus we created 2 treasures for 5 available mana. We can sink in the swarm as early as turn 3, which is insane. Other things in the deck, we have Crippling Fear. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3 until the end of turn. This works very good early game. The only time you might get sad about it is if you have, 3 innkeepers in play and you have 4 skeletons. But at that point, you probably don't need to wipe the field anyways because you'll be at the advantage. You really just use Crippling Fear when you're at a disadvantage, right? You're scared of your opponent's field. Maybe you just save skeletons. Maybe you just save your innkeepers because of the life gain and the skeletons come back, right? So it's going to be a decision that you'll need to make depending on the deck. You might need the attackers more than the life gain or vice versa, right? So it depends on your situation. We have other removal within the deck, single target, 3 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst, For 1, destroying target creature or planeswalker with mana value 2 or less. If it's kicked, destroy creature or planeswalker regardless of its mana value for an additional 3, total of 4 to kick it. We have 3 copies of Baleful Mastery for 4, exiling creature or planeswalker. We can cast it for the student cost of 2. If we do, our opponent gets to draw a card, and sometimes that is still good to do for 2 mana depending on that situation. And then 4 copies of Binding of the Old Gods and Enchantment Saga. When it enters play, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Next up, search for a forest, put it into play tapped, and then shuffle. And finally, creatures we control get Death Touch until the end of turn, which is actually finally relevant, right? We have Death Touch, which is nice. Moving on to our last control card in the deck, Witherbloom Command. Very, very good right now. You're going to see this everywhere after this video, I'm sure of it. For 2 mana at sorcery speed, choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards, then returns a land from your graveyard to your hand. That's great. Destroy target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. That gets most class spells. Ranger's class, for example, you're out of here. So that's very, very good. And target creature gets -3/-1 until the end of turn. That can take care of things like Tosk, right? Anything with indestructible, we can get rid of it there. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's just a little bit of niceties if we're against an aggro deck, I guess. With that being said, we wrap up with Lolth Spider Queen for 5 mana, 4 loyalty. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter on the Spider Queen. For 0, we get to draw a card and lose 1 life. For -3, create 2/1 black spider creature tokens with reach and menace. And for -8, you get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt damage by 1 or more creatures you control. If that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference, which, you know, is fine, but doesn't really matter too much when we've got 14/1 skeletons with trample in play, right? So that's great. Keep in mind the Skeletal Swarming will also help your Faceless Haven become quite powerful. We had this as like a 12/3 or something with trample and vigilance, which is cool. So, you know, that is the deck. You really want to play that Shambling Ghast. You really want to play the Dispute, and then you want to go right into your Skeletal Swarm, and then, you know, maybe you clean up the field with a Crippling Fear, then stack your Innkeepers and go for your Spider Queen while controlling with Bloodchief's Thirst and Baleful Mastery and Binding of the Old Gods, right? Should be easy as that. Thanks for watching the deck tech portion of the video. We'll get into today's gameplay footage and then, of course, wrap up after that. So make sure to like the video, subscribe, and you could win a complete rare playset at 35,000 subs. Tell your friends, Thanos sent my bank account. I dare you, right? And of course, if you're looking to support the channel, check out the Linktree link and enjoy today's gameplay footage. Going first, well, actually drawing first, I should say. Our opponent was roping us, I guess, but they're here now. Mono green in the house. Dual Fears at the ready. We can fry whatever they play this turn just for fun. Right? It's not something I want to leave around ever. Bloodchief's Thirst annihilates that werewolf. I love it. It's a really good counter. Three mana could be the one and only annoying Mammoth or the Troll. Haven out. Pass our turn. This is really good for us. Unless they have a Snakeskin. However, no Snakeskin, no problem. Nice. That's 2 werewolf pack leaders and a mammoth we've taken. That has got to feel good. A third? Are you kidding me? And then a ranger's class. Wow. You are one dirty dog. Let's Innkeeper for the treasure. Auto pay, play the ranger class, and then we're going to wipe the field with Fear. Scute is fine. Another land is fine, whatever. It's just an insect still, and even then it wouldn't matter. No blocks, we take 5. Down to 12. We grab a forest here. Select Halfling. Play the land. Attack for 1. They could hit us with their Hydra. Ooh, another Swarm. And then a Cobra. Let's try to play defensively, and we want the Innkeeper to gain us as much life as possible. That's really good. Shoot. I kind of want to gain double life next turn, though. And we have enough to dispute. And Crippling Fear. That has to attack. Just gets through. Let's kill it. That way we get 2 for the 2 life. We draw 2 cards, make a treasure. It's always land with me. I guess, you know, 4 life's not the worst. Right, they also have a ton of damage output, potentially. So can we survive this turn and swing back on the crackback? They're making Scute Swarms, which is gross. Casting from the top of their library. And they get another creature. You dog. Woof. We have plenty of trample damage. They should not do this. 2, 5, 6, 7. No blocks. Land out. The Haven has trample as well. And then we can kill the only blocker they have. Which doesn't really matter, we still have lethal, but look at that damage output. That is massive. 4 9/1s and a 12/3, all with trample. By golly, that is not very nice, HGG. Yeah. Going first, the hand doesn't look great, but maybe we can make it work. Probably should have mulliganed, but I have faith. We needed just a black source, and we're good to go. Please top deck a swamp. No. Pass our turn. We'll get it. We'll get it. No worries. We have lots of treasure generation as well. Paladin's class is nice. What do they play on top of that? Another. 2's kind of a waste, almost. Hit for 2. No blocks. Come on, swamp. Nice. And since we have 2... Yeah, we'll pull another land anyways. Just take the advantage. Halfling. We clear their field. We hit for 1. And now we're looking for, of course, another treasure or another swamp. A monk. Skyclave. Good value for our next. There it is. Now let's put the Skeletal Swarm out first. We have plenty of life. And then we wipe everything but skeletons. This is how the deck plays every round, you guys. Every match it plays this good. Oh, man. What a dream this match has been for us. Boom! That is tasty. Skeleton in for 1. And then we get 2 skeletons. Next up is Spider Queen. Or we could take a nice draw. We could even hit for 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 15 damage. Sorry, 16 damage, because this will be a skeleton as well. We should probably just take the 16 damage, shouldn't we? That's tough. Good game. They do not like the Spider Queen. They're like, that is it. Cannot handle it. Our opponent plays first. We can keep 7. We have both land types. We have a turn 2 ramp. We need, you know, another black source. Uh-oh. We're back. We have a second Innkeeper. That could be interesting. Playing against mono green, it seems. The quicker we can get to our Skeletal Swarming and then play the Spider Queen after, I think is absolutely ideal. That's our turn. The Mammoth is fairly annoying. It's pretty big. We're going to take the damage. Hopefully there's no Blizzard Brawl. I like the Skeletal Swarming because we are getting the life gain. Right, 2 life every turn. Not that bad. Let's hit for 2. We're not blocking with the Innkeepers ever. And our turn. 1/1 skeleton. +1 life, +1 life. We have binding available. Bloodchief's Thirst. So we're going to binding the chariot. Ooh, another big hit for 5. I'm so tempted, right? I'm so tempted. Let's do it. It's so much life gain. Sacking our treasures here. And we're going to take out the chariot. Whether they block this or not, we still come back with 2. However, if they block it, we get 3 extra life. But they avoid 1 damage. Very nice. We're looking for another black source so we can get our Spider Queen out. Oh, they had another chariot. No, we should have taken the mammoth. 7 damage here. No blocks. That's bad. I don't know. Like, it's bad if they block it, but it's also bad if they don't. Okay, taking care of 2 cats. That's actually good for us. I like that. We're gaining 6 life. If we can get this other swarm out, it's gonna be so much life a turn. Right, while making creatures. Ooh. This is good. So we're getting hit for 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage here. And then next turn's even worse. Holy... Do they have mana for that? To destroy our swarm? No. This might not be so good. No blocks. Wow. That is not the land we were looking for. Unfortunately, we definitely got screwed on land here. It is what it is. The life gain from the swarm's not gonna work. It's not enough. They have to attack. We're in big trouble. We do have massive amounts of damage next turn, though. I'm worried. We have 3 blockers. There's a world in which we get this through trample, but I also highly doubt that. Right? They're all going to go down -1, so they're going to be 6/1s. Or even less than that, actually. Yeah, because it's 1 for each skeleton. Another Rangers class with a wolf to defend. They need to put in 13 damage. They have plenty. Lots of damage here. So we just want to stay alive by 1 and try to push lethal. So we're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can block this and this. We're taking 5, 9, 10, 11. Not that it matters, it's going to die anyway, so block the big creature. It's not good. Nor is that. We don't even have the mana to Ghast and dispute it, which is sad. Well, don't we just have lethal here? Maybe I've lost my mind. Oh, and I could have killed that blocker. Oops. Oh, I'm such a dingling. We still have lethal, though. I'm almost as big of dingling as they are for over attacking. we should have killed the 2/2 blocker with our Bloodchief's Thirst there. LOL. Going first, and I actually don't mind this hand a ton. All we need is a green source. If this dies, it could be said green source with the treasure. Nice, we do get that green source, that's great. Let's swing in. We kill the fledgling immediately before it gets stronger. I think Witherbloom Command is best. And then let's just do the life gain. Hit for 1. End our turn. Fledgling's out. Land is out. And then we can just clear that fledgling out again. Let's attack in. And it goes up. We hit our land. I say let's just do Skeletal Swarming, and then maybe they'll play another creature we can wipe. We have our Spider Queen available here as well, which is quite nice. So this particular playline's worked out for us. We lose our Ghast. Let's just take it. Get what value we can. We do get a 1/1 blue illusion back. Maybe they have a buff spell. I think they do. We could be getting got right here. Or maybe they're just they're fed up with the removal. They're like, everything I play, this guy removes. Ooh, yeah, so they protect the mammoth. Good on them. We get the 2 Skellies, which is nice. So we're sending in quite a bit of damage at the end of the day, right? We could probably outpace them. We have the chump blocker here. We could play this for 2, go down to 4 and back up to 5 with the treasure. So Innkeeper out, Spider in play, sack the treasure, and then we'll gain 2 life.
My children drench their hands in the blood of my... I will cull the weak.
Now we can hit for 9. Another Skelly. We gain 1 more life. Perfect. They would need a field wipe here. Let's just single block it. This does not have trample yet. And we do have 20 life. They do come in tapped. They're shuffling. And I still see no way of trample. So that's fine. We grab our loyalty and a good game. Alright, this hand doesn't cut it for us. There's no black land. Here either double Molly, keeping 5. Tossing a swamp. And a swarm. Oh man, that's not good. Toss 2 lands. Call ourselves crazy. We do pick up a 3rd. That's good. We need a creature. Perfect. That's, like, absolutely ideal. Innkeeper in play. Treasure's out. They have 3 land with a Foretell card. Soul Shatter, we lose our creature. That sucks. Land in play. Pass our turn. We have 5 land next turn for the Swarm. Let's take it. Sack the treasure. Make a 1/1 that's tapped. With trample. It's an important distinction. And I'm a little worried about the remaining 5 cards we're facing. We see Soul Shatter, which terrifies our Planeswalker. We get the Ghast out, which is cool. And then we're going to cancel. We're going to attack first. Let's be smart. Because maybe this is the death of the turn that we need. No. And then let's kill this thing. Creating a treasure token, I guess. And then we create 2 skeletons that are tapped. Multiverse out. We could take another draw here, I think. But let's wait and see if they have removal on our creatures, because I'd rather sack a creature than an artifact, if that can be arranged. Haven's good. Now the land are of all colors. Shadow's Verdict. Gross. Let's sack a Skelly. Double draw. Let's sack a Skelly again. Double draw. There we go, some more snowlands for the Haven. There's nothing really for us to take here. Is this not a skeleton? Thought that should have been a 5/3. Oh, it doesn't count itself as a skeleton, but it is itself a skeleton? I guess that kind of makes sense. Now that we have another in play, it'll be powered up though, which is good. And good game. Going first, but the hand isn't there. 1 land won't do. Did you not hear me, Arena? What? Nice. I'm gonna start crying. Those are the only 4 cards we need, alright? Oh no. No, 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 no. I'm gonna get you. Hopefully they play creature with 1 toughness. Let's leave it. We need all of the space we can get. Yeah. 2 Deadly Disputes is nice. They're ramping into gross stuff. No land, you know what I mean? How many times was one mulligan to get land, still not get it, and then still not draw it off the top? Must be nice, man. Must be nice.
That I may see you better.
Let's create a treasure.
Do what I demand.
Let's take our turn. Still no land. Nice, 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 nice. This creates its own treasure. And so does this. So we still have the two treasures. We can pass our turn, hold up Dispute. Probably draw no more lands there as well.
My words are for
They take a draw, lose life. There's 6 land. There's a 5 mana creature. Totally fair and playable. Nice. What is this? Ward, discard a card. No attacks end turn.
my children will take care of you.
Oh, this is a big hit. For 4, and then it's going to be an 8/8, right? Great. Just great. And then they exhibition on top of us. Oh man, look at all that land. Opponent goes first. Our hand doesn't look that bad. I mean, obviously, if this was another swamp, that'd be a lot cooler, but... Ooh. Ask and ye shall receive. I'm going to wait until next turn and see what they do. Then tapped. It's another monk. Okay. So next turn they go to 2/2s. We play our 3rd land. Then they go to 3. Yeah, we won't get there. We will not get the Crippling Fear. They're going to be 4/4s by the time we get there. Probably. That sucks for our lands, big time. Wow, Redain is the worst. That's a good card. Redain, God of the Worthy. Shuts down our lands and makes everything unplayable, basically. Like, look at this. Not only do our lands come in slow, but I can't play anything until turn 6, which equals us dead. This pathway can be not slow, so it's going to be our last land to enter. I don't have much hope for this, though. That's GG. Should have kept our Bloodchief's Thirst, I guess. I mean, we can not binding this, actually. That's going to be annoying.
Be a hero.
Double monks, why not? We're not casting anything next turn anyways. And then a maul. Are you kidding me? Hit for 6. And we have nothing. Well, that's something, I guess. Land in taps, make a treasure. Let's see how that pans out. Professor. The monk is going to be a threat. And this will be annoying as well. Right, that monk's not going away. So we almost need to top deck another piece of removal. Right, we're missing one piece of removal here. A Bloodchief's Thirst would be ideal. Just for 1 mana on the monk. They're taking a learn, right? They want to know what to get the probation. They have to choose it from our hand first, and they don't know what we have. So if they pick the right card here, we know their suspect is all hell. Right? They don't get to see first, so. No blood. That would have been good for us. But we wouldn't have been able to cast that because we're Dane. Oh, is that just lethal? Yeah, it is. It doesn't even matter. Oh! Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Alright, a little bonus footage for you guys. One of the matches that kind of got ruined. I was listening to music accidentally on the stream, and I can't have that because of the copyright. But, and, you know, another mono green deck, that's basically all we find. And, our opponent's going crazy with the green beatdown. So we could triple block the heck out of this, and I think that's justifiable. Alright, so we take it down to 2, and then 2 of these will give the minus effect. Right, 1, 2, and the third can make a treasure. So we still get rid of the wolf. And nothing but land, right? You gotta love it. It's been a big theme of today's deck. I'm gonna pass turn, use the Haven defensively, and hopefully these skeletons will win us the game. We still get the kill on it if they go for it. Alright, doesn't quite save it. And ours is buffed up because it's a skeleton, right? I guess we could have taken the hit and taken care of it next turn, but I didn't want to just leave it there. We already have the advantage through the swarm. They're sinking all of their mana in so they can free cast, which means we probably get a free turn. Innkeeper goes out, and now we have life gain really nicely when the skeletons enter. Nice, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible to beat the mono green deck, right? It happens. Unfortunately, we didn't have the full match for you. But even at that, that's a top 1500 mono green player. So it's possible. It's a little bonus round for you guys. Alright, the Aztec Curse is alive and well. We did run into some tough matchups today. But as a prototype version deck, like, let's fix this right now. This is a very much version 1 deck, and I liked it. I think it works good. You know, maybe potentially there's an addition of Soul Shatter I think that could go in the deck very well. Imarith, you know, Goldspan. There's a couple things that we hate to target and are very hard for us to remove, but that could potentially help us get around that. So that's kind of one addition to the deck that we're thinking of. What do you guys think? How can we improve the deck? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the link tree and help support if you can afford to do so. More importantly than everything you've seen and heard here today, go have yourselves a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.